Hello.
Hi.
This is Jimmy Garrett back with This is Chatting with the Deaf Chick. I've been waiting for fucking ever to do this interview with you.
Sweet.
Jimmy is the lead singer of Craving. As you all know, I actually work for him, and I feel sorry for you every day that you have to put up with me for so long.
Feel sorry for me too.
So originally we wanted to do this interview. I wanted to do this interview back in early January, somewhere around there, and then
Right.
China happened. How was that?
It was pretty amazing. China was really, really cool. We got to see a lot of interesting parts of the country. A lot of things that were very new. Like part of the country are very new and modern and lit up and bright. And,
Really?
Yep. And then there's a lot of it that's very like old world and like stone, very cool architecture and stuff like that. So,
Were the crowds were they completely different to what American crowds are? Was it more reserved?
nah, people like music. Everybody, people told us that it was going to be so different, but like people are people everywhere. Give them something to jump to, they're going to jump.
Yeah.
Give them
Oh,
something
100%.
So people like music.
Well, I am inclined to agree. One of the best things I loved about you going overseas, which I wish I could have gone just to be the fangirl, but maybe you never know, maybe next time. You translated "complicated" from English to Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of process was that? Because that takes some.
It was a difficult one. I had help from an artist in China named Wuhan, and she is a pop artist out there. She actually sang the Chinese national anthem at the Beijing Olympics.
Oh, cool.
She did a lot of the translation process. I just really kind of had to learn how to pronounce everything correctly.
Was it more than you just doing it phonetically?
I did it phonetically. I mean, I also read through the translation and all that, but a lot of it was phonetic. So for the recording process, it was like a line at a time, and then go into the next one and stuff. But the performing process was like, just got to do it, got to do the whole thing.
And
so.
I know that the trip was recorded and filmed, and it was really cool. I watched it online because I'm a nerd, and I saw you fucked up once. And it was.
Oh, I fucked up a lot.
Really? Because the only time I caught it on camera, I watched every video that was done.
Yeah, but that's not every part of every show.
Yeah.
I fucked up a lot.
You did a couple of shows back home now. You came back after Christmas, after everything. You came back, and there's been a couple of recent developments that have happened.
Yes.
So, your lead guitarist, Matt Abadi, has left. And now Talento, which I'm so upset about.
Yeah.
I'm so upset about Talento leaving, but there is a silver lining in all of this, regardless, that Frank Jr. is back. And you and Frank started this band originally, correct?
Well, I started the band with Jimmy Tassone, drummer, because we stayed together.
Killer drummer, by the way.
We stayed together from our previous band,
Sick as Monday.
Sick as Monday. So when I left Sick as Monday, Jimmy asked if he could audition for whatever I do from that point. And we continued to work together, and Frank came into that with us and kind of helped create the sound of Craving Strange at the beginning. He was a big part of the Save Yourself.
Yeah.
So he had to leave for family and personal reasons, and so then we had Matt, and then now Matt has to leave for personal reasons.
I love the joke that
Frank's back.
Yeah, which I love, and I love the joke that DJ made on the Hard Rock Lunchbox on the box. That he said that it was nice of a body to sub for 5 years for Frank.
Annie from Jack Knife Stiletto actually came up with that joke.
Really?
Yeah.
Then she stole it.
She told Frank that he should thank Matt online for subbing for him.
Exactly. Aside from you doing all these things, like you in music is obviously a passion for you, and I know you've played South by Southwest, and you've played internationally. I do know that aside from the music thing, you are a huge comic fan.
I am a huge comic fan.
So let's dive into Deadpool, because I saw it and my life was changed.
It was amazing. Deadpool was amazing.
Did you see it once or twice?
I've seen it twice now.
I have
so
to go
far.
back again.
Yeah, I'll be going back again.
Were you excited for the news about Cable? Because
I was excited for Cable. I mean, I don't get super excited just because I know it's like if I get excited, it's still gonna be 2 years or more before the movie comes out.
I got so excited. It was just I was on a date when I went to this movie, and I was
Did you get that the whole after credit sequence was a complete Ferris Bueller?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
no, that was amazing.
I was the first one to point it out. My dad looked at me like something looks familiar. I'm like, it's Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Like the robe and everything, like the wallpaper, all of it was so.
Well, and even come back at the end with the chicka chicka.
I know.
It's great. It's great.
He mentions Deadpool mentions Wade mentions that there's gonna be cable, and as soon as I heard that, that was the only thing I heard, the only fucking thing I heard because hearing's a thing, and I went yes, and everyone in the theater stared back at me. I'm like, just a little excited. Sorry.
Oh, when I went, people were applauding.
Oh god.
Yeah, cool.
Well, people in Rockville Center are fucking snooty, so what are you gonna do? Your dream matchup, comic book wise, it can be from DC or Marvel, whatever franchise you like. What would be your the biggest fight you would like to see?
Biggest fight I would like to see, or like a team up movie or something like that.
And it could be in print or live action.
Well, I mean, my two favorite heroes of all time are Spider-Man and Batman.
God, I know.
Those are my two big ones. So,
I wore the Batman bow for you.
Nice, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything that puts those two together would be really awesome. I'm really excited for everything that's coming out. Like, I can't wait.
Suicide Squad's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait for Suicide Squad. I can't wait for Batman Superman. I think that's gonna be awesome.
I don't know how I feel about what's his name? Ben playing
Ben Affleck?
Yeah, playing.
He's gonna be awesome. He's gonna be awesome.
I have my reservations, but then again,
he's gonna be awesome.
Have
you seen the footage?
Yes, I've seen some of it.
Has any of it been anything other than awesome?
All right, like I said, I have my reservations, but yes, it does look awesome.
I think it was a popular thing to hate on Affleck being Batman.
I think it's popular to hate on Affleck, period.
Yeah, I think so too. But you got to look at it like, the guy's a good writer, the guy's a good actor.
Yeah.
And whatever anybody wants to think, like, who cares? He's Batman. And he's gonna be Batman in a movie. Like, all I care about is that there's gonna be a Batman movie. I don't really give a shit.
Did you see the shitty ones, like when we were kids, like Batman and Robin and all those?
The Michael Keaton movies, those were not shitty.
No, Michael Keaton ones were amazing. I'm talking about after Keaton.
Oh, with Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
and
which
then
I personally
Clooney.
enjoyed that. I enjoyed Clooney as Batman.
You know what? I liked episodes. I liked parts of all of them, just because at the end of the day, like, I'm getting to see a genre that I love in a movie theater.
That's true.
So I'm getting to go see this character that I love up on a big screen. I think that's awesome. I don't really. You can all you want be like, this movie didn't achieve my needs, what I thought, but like, who gives a shit? You're watching a comic book movie. Enjoy it.
This is true.
I
a lot of the fanboys put it.
Yeah, I can't get into the whole like the Marvel DC debate and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, guys, come on. You need to up your life.
I did a second interview with Eddie R. I can never say his last name from Ignite.
Rasiopi.
Thank you, Rasiopi. And I know that him
DC fanboy.
Yeah, huge.
DC fanboy.
He's a huge DC fanboy.
Very. I got into I had the most fun altercation with him ever. Because
this I gotta hear.
Oh no, it was so great because like it started one way and then we both kind of just were enjoying making it worse and worse and worse. And it was on Facebook, and he had put up a post saying, okay, I'll try Marvel. Everybody give me one storyline to read or one comic to read, and that's it. And I'll get it as a graphic novel and read it.
That's an open thing.
And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because. How am I going to give you, like you're going to give Marvel a chance by reading one book? No, I'm not going to do that. And he's like, just give me one. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I'd start naming, like this storyline, this storyline, this storyline. And I was like, if you like this, you go with this one. If you like this, you go with this one. And then I was comparing them to DC storylines.
Jesus.
Because I was like, he was talking about how, Marvel gets cheesy every now and then. And I was like, really? The killer starfish from space that the Justice League had to fight?
I was about
That's why we have a Justice League.
Yeah.
So, I know my shit on both sides. So I made this, like, we had this big, long string of, like, me just never giving him an answer, and him just being like, just one, and turning into this big, long thing, and at the end, I was like, this is priceless, like, my friend. bugging my buddy who just wants an answer for something and doesn't want to put all this time into it, making him take 4 hours out of his life.
4 hours?
Well, it was just back and forth on Facebook, but like I was at work every like 20-30 minutes I would just go write another thing, and then like he would respond. I would just go write another thing. So it's like this whole long amount of time, and I was like, and I'm still never giving you the answer. And he was great because he was like, so just one. I was like, all right, neither of us win.
Jesus Christ. I'm a fan of Gail Simone and her version of Batgirl, and I have the graphic novels. I met her at Comic-Con a year ago, 2 years ago.
I haven't read the Batgirls that she did.
So good.
I haven't done that.
So good. I need to get volume 4, the last one, and it, she becomes through the magic of comic writing. She's no longer Oracle. She's walking again, and it's so.
I love her as Oracle.
I know.
I really do.
So good. Getting back to the music thing, because we could talk about this for fucking ever in a day.
Did you see in Arrow how...
I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched it yet. I know.
Alright, let's get back to music, because you're dead to me.
Don't lie, you love me.
You're dead to me right now.
You have to understand, Fuller House got back on Netflix, and because I'm a huge nostalgia thing, and I got sucked in. Not going to lie, but that's neither here nor there.
That makes it worse. No, I didn't watch. I'm not watching the new season of Arrow because Fuller House is on.
I got sucked in.
I don't care. Let's move on. I think you should leave this out here.
No!
You should let people know that she chose Fuller House.
I didn't choose
Fuller House.
We're getting into weird territory of our friendship.
I got a pinata over there.
I don't want to know. That was from South by Southwest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did an Airbnb, and the guy that we stayed at his house actually gave us a pinata. Which is awesome. It was so cool.
Of all the things to get as a gift.
Right? It was the coolest thing ever. Like, when it was our last day, we went up, and there was a pinata sitting there. And he wasn't even there. Yeah. There was just a pinata sitting on the table, and I was like, is this like a gift?
Yeah.
And I had to go up to it and look and see, and it was like addressed, and I was like, it is a gift! I wouldn't have even known. I would have just left. Pinata-less.
Speaking of stuff that's bringing it back up, there was a video online from you guys in the studio that before you guys we couldn't have 50 pounds of merch being.
Oh, this is the first time we went to.
Yeah, the first time around. Yeah. And you, Matt decided the tanks and the t-shirts over, and it's like he's fucking like this. It's the funniest fucking thing in the world. I watched it.
Well, we couldn't pack it all, so we figured we'd
wear them. It was the pounds of pressure that was on him. Like you just tossed him down on here, and I showed it to my mom yesterday, and she goes, "I know, I know." I showed my mother this, and like, "Is that what they do in the studio?" I went, "Not always, but you know."
We make music too.
Yeah, yeah. The music's more the important factor.
Sometimes we do songs.
Sometimes I think. Oh, I wanted to say thank you on camera because proof people don't believe. There are a couple of people that are friends with me in California do not believe that I actually got a private thing. For those of you that don't know, I'm in the Strangerhood Street team with this. No, I'm sorry, for this one, not with him. With my best friends Christine and Stacy, and we got a private show here technically, and it was. I appreciate you more than anything. Like the sing here. Like here's the thing. I made a vlog about it prior, and I said, you know, I wish I had filmed me singing here and gone at that mic. And I didn't know what was happening when you told me, like, here, you can take this one. And I'm sitting at the far end of this thing, and I get, all I hear from you saying, like, yeah, you're gonna take this one. And I didn't know what was happening. And then I heard Matt's side. I'm like, this is not real life. And I was so nervous, I screwed up the words. But it was the best experience of my life, and I want to say thank you for that.
The funny thing is, she totally wanted to do it.
I did.
She was dropping hints about doing it the entire time.
Did not drop
And then, like, as we were playing the song, she's like sitting here, like, I can sing.
No, I was jamming out. I was jamming out. I was having a huge.
Of course. I pulled you up.
And I appreciate it.
Give me a break.
Yeah, for just a tiny second. Though we have to talk about some bad news. Unfortunately, Matt has left. Both Matt and Mike have left, like I said.
Matt and Mike have left.
And you are now searching for a bassist.
Yes, on the hunt. On the hunt for a new bass player. I mean, I wouldn't call it bad news. It's just news. Things happen. Things happen all the time. You know what? We're a very difficult band to be in because we are kind of all or nothing.
which is what it should be, I believe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially me. I'm sure it's tough to be in a band with me because, like,
You become an asshole after tour.
well, yeah, I can be a dick, but then also like I've given my life to this, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me to understand if someone comes to me with like an excuse of why they can't do something,
Yeah.
and it's an excuse like, oh, my cousin's got a birthday,
Yeah.
or my girlfriend's
This and this. Yeah. It needs to be a
brother
more. It
is
needs to
doing
be
something.
legitimate.
Like, to me, I'm just kind of like, so,
Yeah.
like,
I mean, you moved from Indiana to here to do music.
yeah. So
So
I mean, to me, like, if it's not something you would call off work for,
yeah.
it's not something you call off a band thing for.
Yeah.
Because if you want to do this for a career,
Then it's
you
just
make it
like
your career.
yeah. It's just like another job. You have to. You cannot.
Yeah. The only thing I accept people not doing a band thing for is if they're doing something that's going to make them money. So that's it. If your job needs you, well, yeah, the band's not making you money yet, so go do your job.
Yeah.
But your brothers, sisters, girlfriends, aunts, babies having a christening,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. We have a show. Tough. People miss things. I miss my cousin's weddings. I've missed, I haven't seen my family. I see my family once a year for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I've lived in a van. I've lived on the street, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, like, when people come in with their excuses, I'm always just kind of like, yeah, that's what you're going with.
This is the smallest violin I'm playing for you.
That's how you're. Okay, cool, all right. And so I can be tough to deal with that way. I know.
But regardless of that, I see it. I see it more as you being passionate and driven and.
Yeah. Well, and Matt and Mike weren't even that situation. Matt is getting a house, moving on.
I've heard.
And Matt was ready to make money doing it, and it's not as important for him to do it on the original side of things as it is for him to make money as a musician.
I see.
So that's what'll transition for him, and he'll still make his own music on his own because he's very talented. So if he can do that and split time between making his own songs and doing his own thing, and then trying to get some gigs where he's getting paid,
yeah,
that's going to be a better situation and more attractive for him than signing up to do essentially my vision.
Yeah.
Everybody did a part of it, but it's still me steering the ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, speaking of.
And Mike, the same way. Mike has a lot of things he wants to do,
Yeah.
and he wants to be able to be in a couple different bands. He wants to be able to, not be stuck to a rehearsal schedule every week and not be stuck to.
See, that's the thing. That would be the opposite for me. If I had that opportunity, I would want to stick with the rehearsal schedule. I would want to, because I have that drive and focus.
And you say that now and stuff like that, and he thought so too. And he did it for a year. He did it for a little over a year, but then at that point, it was kind of like, I don't know that I want to do it this way. And you won't know that until you do it. You know what I mean? Like for me, when I moved away from Indiana and stuff, it was a chance. I could have moved and been like, I don't like this. But for me, it was more of like oh, this is exactly what I want to do. And everything that I gave up just felt more like, instead of missing things, it was more like, oh, good, I can put more towards this end. And that's always been my thing, and that's different for everybody.
Well, I would like to know, what is your hope for Strange in the future, aside from getting a bassist?
My hope for music in the future, whether it's Strange, whether it's something else, whether anything, my hope is that I can carve out a way to uh, do this as a career. I want to tour, license music, write songs, all those things. And all those things are very possible to do.
Yeah.
You can't get into this with the big grandiose ideas of I'm going to be a rock
you
star
have to
and all
start,
that kind of stuff.
You have to.
But you can look at it and say it's a business, and here are the steps to making that business work, just like any other business. If I had a t-shirt business, there'd be steps I would have to make. I kind of do have a t-shirt business. Like being in a band, you're also in a t-shirt business, you're in the selling CDs business, you're in a marketing business, you also are in a booking agent's business.
Yeah.
Like you have to do all these things. But if you kind of aim it and steer it the right way, you can make a career out of it, and that's my goal. and my goal is to do that for me and for anybody that's with
Want
me.
to join along, which I've
Yeah.
told you no matter what that I will be there as roadie or merch girl.
You know, we'll see.
See the look on his face? The look on his face right there says, you know, I don't know if I want to keep dealing with her. I asked him 2 years ago for a job, an acoustic set, and what did you say? Yeah, shit, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and it is fine because it's not like a job.
To you, it's like here's the thing though. Everyone says I'm the worst merch girl in the world.
You are.
Kinda am.
You are kind of the worst nurse girl.
But I hustle when need be.
You hustle. But
Here we go.
like need be is I probably think a little.
I haven't done, and I explained it, and I know that you listened to Annie's show. I was on Hellbat Productions from Annie from Jack Nicoletto, and I said that I am a lover of music, and apparently I've been given the name of Ultimate Fangirl.
That, I think, is your role in the scene. Honestly, I think it's cool, though.
Well, you like the fact that people who are fans that want to help?
I like the fact that anybody's passionate about somebody making new music. And the fact that you are so passionate, it completely blows away the fact that you're a terrible punch girl.
I should stay at the table, but
because that passion and that enthusiasm, the important things that you do at a show and that people like you do at a show, like your job to me is not merch girl, because if that was your job, you'd be fired.
I know.
But your job is to come to the shows and infect everyone around you with that positive energy.
Which I try to.
And that fun, and you do, because that's what we try and do on stage, and that translates out to the audience, and you're one of the people in the audience that can help that, because people have fun, because people see you having fun, and it immediately puts a smile on their face, and they get a little less uptight.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody wants to have the kind of fun that you have at shows.
I'm the first one on the floor dancing.
but nobody wants to be the first one.
Yeah.
And so you are super important because you'll go be the first one. And it's just you being you. It's natural. It's not you trying to do something. It's not you playing a role. It's not you doing anything like that. So I think that's the most important thing. And that's the thing that you offer and that you give to everyone in the scene. Merch Girl, I like...
It's a tentative role.
It's not a job. You know what?
Disagree.
You know why your mom wants me to pay you more money?
Oh God! Can we not bring this up on the film?
Because you keep telling people what a job it is.
It is a job to me, though.
It's a job, yeah, to me.
Neither here nor there.
Merch Girl is a job you give people that you like, that you want to be at shows, so that they have fun, and so that you can get them in free. That's what Merch Girl job is.
But that's not to me. To me, it's the fact of.
But you don't make us any money, so it has to be that.
I do too. Don't lie. Don't lie. I do make you money. I've done it before.
I don't know. I'll have to do the math on
that. Baboso. Do you understand that?
What?
Baboso.
That's a B, not a V? Was it a B or a V?
It's a V.
It was, I couldn't tell.
Baboso.
Baboso. So there's a V in there.
It's Castellano Spanish.
In the middle is a V.
Yeah, baboso.
Baboso.
It means asshole.
Oh, why didn't you say asshole?
Because it's easier to curse you out in Spanish.
I don't think so, because we just had to have this explanation. So it would have been easier if you just called me an asshole.
Anyway, the reason why I bring up the Ultimate Fangirl thing, shut the fuck up, and was you guys on a show in Queens. At what was the place there? What was the name? What's the place?
Blackthorn?
Yes, Blackthorn 51, I think.
Yeah.
And I was telling everyone about it, and Mike and I had a conversation at the show, because apparently there was a lot of people that didn't want to come, and me, Stacy, Christine told almost everyone we knew, and a crowd showed up for Strange.
Yeah.
And Mike pulled me aside and goes, if it wasn't for you spreading your mouth the way that you did, and the information, we would not have a crowd.
It's true.
And
it's absolutely true.
And I pride myself on telling everyone about
the most important part of any band are the people that follow that band.
Yeah.
Because, like, I do music because I have to. It keeps me from driving off the bridge.
I know it does.
But
I know it's killing you right now that you're not on stage.
It is. I'm way more comfortable on stage than I am in situations like this and stuff. So,
Hi, buddy.
but I think that people sometimes don't realize, and a lot of times bands don't realize, that like we could do this ourselves in a garage somewhere, in a room like this,
Yeah.
and do it all day, and write songs and all that kind of stuff, and get every little bit of writing out of us. Um, and that is what we do. Until people want to come see you, that's all you should do. That's all that matters. You know, once people want to see you, that's when you really get to feel what it's like
Yeah.
to get that energy back from the crowd. That's what makes that feeling special. That's what makes a show special. It's not the band. It's the people that
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
that band.
I know that your favorite thing is when people are clapping to the music and you just close your eyes and that's just the biggest smile on your face.
When people sing back lyrics that I wrote to keep myself from jumping off the bridge, um, it's surreal. It's a surreal moment. And it's the greatest thing in the world.
So when you say it keeps you from jumping off a bridge, I hate to sound like a cheesy situation, but do you like to think that music saved your life in a way?
Well, music absolutely saved my life. Writing music, becoming a musician, deciding that this is what I wanted to do, focusing in this way, completely saved my life. Um, I was on a path of either
You don't have to divulge if you don't want to.
disaster.
Okay.
Um, I could have been a number of things. I came here from Indiana, so I had a.
And you lived in a city when you came here, correct?
I moved to the city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember shit you've told
Yeah,
me in the
yeah,
past.
No, I moved to New York City first. But I mean, growing up in Indiana, it's like you either go to the college in Indiana and do that, or you get someone pregnant in high school and you've got a future of jean shorts and dirt driveways.
That sounds like Long Island.
You know what I mean? Yeah, very much like
It's
Long Island.
not that
It's a
uncommon.
lot. It's a lot of places, and there's nothing wrong with either of those choices, but those weren't things that I would have been
You wanted for
that I
yourself.
would have been happy doing, and and if I didn't have an outlet for things that would normally make me depressed or upset or things like that, if I didn't have a way to get that stuff out, then I would not have chose healthy ways, because I'm one of those, yeah, give it to me, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I understand.
so I went through a long period of like drug use and alcohol abuse and all that kind of stuff, and music is what, you know, I don't
There's a
do
turning point.
drugs. I don't do drugs because it'll screw up my voice, and I want to sing.
But
I
you
want to
love
perform.
Jameson.
I do love Jameson. Yeah, I'm not
Straight edge.
I'm not anti drinking or drugs in any way, shape, or form. But I will say that having a goal and having a thing that I want to do that can be affected negatively by doing those type of things has made me not do those type of things. And I also have a very excessive personality. So if I didn't have that and I was doing all those things, I had a tendency to do them way to the excess.
I'm not in disagreement with you.
Right. So to me, music saved my life, and it saved my life before I ever played music because when I was a kid, I people didn't understand me, and I got along with people, but I was never really like I wasn't the popular guy.
Really? Because you're the most popular guy in the scene because everyone talks about you.
I think I'm just the loudest guy in the scene,
This is you.
and maybe one of the more obviously.
And annoying as fuck when you had that goddamn neuralizer because I know Andy took it away from you.
I only had that once.
No, you've done it more.
Time.
You've done it more than once at several different shows,
No,
and
I
got
did it at
me
one
more
show.
than once.
I only had it at one show.
No, you had it at like 3 different shows.
You are making up stories. I bought it. I know when I had it. I had it one show, and then it got taken from me.
For good reason, because you blind half the fucking musicians.
Bullshit.
Not bullshit.
I'm a grown ass man.
You're a child.
I'm an adult. I can buy a flashlight if I want to.
Yeah, at fucking 2 o'clock in the morning on Amazon.com. But no, I'm sorry, you were saying.
No, I was saying music saved my life when I was in high school too, because before I played, I found um, I found meaning for things I was going through, and I found places to go by putting music on, listening to music. So I had the songs that got me through things, just like anybody else does. And it wasn't until later that I was like, oh, I can, I keep finding these things that I relate to in songs. What if I sat down and tried to write one? Then I would completely relate to it because it would be mine. So
and that's the thing that I was never expecting to relate so much to your music, and I got and Save Yourself, and then like Exceptional, and I remember I heard Life Exceptional. I heard the single for Angeline, and I came from an abusive household, and I did not get along with my family. Connections. I had no one in my life when I first met you, and like I still was trying to find my way to fit in places, and I want to thank you because Angeline, I related to it so much because she keeps a loaded suitcase under the bed, and for me, it's like I've been wanting to run for so long, just get out, and I didn't have anyone to really connect with. The first night I heard that song, I cried, and it was because it felt like I had some there was some understanding, and I connect to that song on so many different levels. And whenever I'm upset, I will listen to that or Here and Gone.
Cool.
And it is your music has pulled me through so much. And now, for my birthday last year, you gave me Sick as Monday, and now I'm obsessed with it. I saw.
I'm glad you like that album. I'm very proud of that band, and I'm very proud of the album.
The guy liner was real.
It was real. I bought it. Bought it at CVS.
So long.
I would apply it myself.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. And you did really good. Dane looked interesting.
Well, he's a pro at the color.
I can see that.
He really is. He's still great.
I don't know. I can say he's better than I.
We used to do our nails and stuff.
I know. I saw in the video. Like, So Long is a great song. It puts me in such a good mood. I have a feeling that it's the opposite of what it actually means. Heroin is really great.
Thank you.
I mean, the lyrics.
I wrote that song a long time.
Yeah,
that
you
was
did.
way before Second Monday too.
It just goes to show the passion in the writing and the emotion you put in your music. Not many people can see the translation. I mean, most people look at lyrics and they just see lyrics. I have read everything you've written from Sick as Monday to Stranger. All I Need is the last band that you did in Lafayette, which
Sabaretto.
Yeah.
I have a Sabaretto sticker over there.
No, oh yeah, you do.
I do. It's funny. My on Facebook, my buddy Brady Schmidt.
The photo that tagged all the stuff in. Yeah.
Yeah, we grew up together. He's actually my friend Brian's cousin. Brian was a singer of Sabaretto. And Brady's one of those.
He has a studio in Brooklyn, right?
He's got the studio in Brooklyn, yeah. Speaker Sonic Studios, great studio if you want to record. It's really, really good. He's top notch. He's pro, and he's an awesome guy to work with too. But he was the singer of that band. It was our band in high school.
Yeah.
We were kids, and Brady is awesome because he's just one of those guys that like he'll keep all that stuff that you won't think to.
Yeah.
And then later in life he'll be like, "Hey, you remember this?" And he'll be like, "Oh, I looked horrible."
I'm on Facebook and I see this. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And you showed me a photo of your first group shot together, and it was the most mismatched thing of discombobulation, and it was amazing.
That's some good stuff. We had great hair. We had fantastic.
Your hair was long.
Oh yeah.
Like
when I go through stages.
When I first met you. Your hair was like down to your chin. I got guilted, and this is how I got into Strange, and I don't know if I've said this before. I got guilted into a year or 2 years into our friendship. Because you work at KJFLs on Thursday nights.
Yes.
And I rock that mic, and I enjoy it. And you had been telling me, like, we have shows, and I'll admit it, I'm a lazy bitch. And I had gotten close to Jenna. I know. But I've gotten close to Jenna because of you. And I remember we were all...
people together.
Yeah, he really does. And
4 marriages at this point. 4.
I'm just saying.
And I don't believe in marriage.
That's the irony of this.
How does that work?
I don't know. And I remember we're all sitting at the bar, and you looked at me and goes like, "A year that you've known me, a fucking year that you've known me. You haven't gone to one of my fucking shows.
Yeah,
I'm here every week."
You were a dick.
I was a little bit of a dick.
You were being a dick.
So Jenna, who's one of my closest best friends at this point, looks at me and goes, I got this. He looks at you and says, take my money. Just going to the show. So he was playing at the Paramount.
Which, thank you, Jenna. Jenna's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much, Jenna. I go to the Paramount, and I've never been there. I've never even heard of this venue. This was me stepping into the scene of like the baby steps of where I am now, and that was.
And I'm so glad you've become such a big part of the scene. That you didn't just stick with like my band or you know anything like that. Like you really kind of branched out and you're a part of like you listen to the DJ show.
I love DJ shows
on New Radio on Thursdays, and you
listen to Happy Hour. Mondays at 12.
Mondays at 12, and you listen to Annie's show.
Wednesday at 11. And I've
Held Back
Productions. I've been on that show twice.
But you know, like, and you've really kind of in a short period of time put yourself in the scene to where like everybody knows you.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
That's
cool.
My highlight of knowing that I was in the scene, I got a shout out on the Happy Hour from Dan, and then, like we have like one fan. Oh right, I forgot. Hi G, and he like fucking gives me. I'm like yes. What? That was the best thing ever. Like.
Well, but that's what the scene needs. The scene, like the guys in the bands, always like we all get together. We're like you know like old men sitting around playing cards. And we're like, why the scene sucks, and everybody's got their reason for why the scene's terrible. And there's no
the biggest
scene and all that kind of stuff.
All of you guys.
And it's funny. It's like the scene doesn't suck.
It's the people that do.
The music is fantastic. The bands are super talented.
Yeah.
There's such great music here. It's fucking awesome. There's so many really good bands. You know, Midnight Mob, Tallest Trees in the Universe, Last Turn on Broadway, Rebel 9, Sweet Tooth, The Vinyl Plane, like so many great bands that are in the scene that are all making music and it all sounds different. Everybody doesn't sound the same,
which is great.
You know, so there's this great scene. The problem with the music scene is that it's the tree in the forest with nobody seeing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If nobody's there, then it doesn't matter. If nobody comes to the clubs don't book the bands.
Yeah.
And then the clubs just book the next Journey tribute band. Because for some reason,
I love Journey, but no.
For some reason in Long Island, people really love to see
tribute
bands.
There are a bunch of tribute bands that come to KJ's, and I bug you two nights a week. And
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I know.
But all those guys in tribute bands, they're the ones making money. They're the ones with people coming to see them. You know, and it's because that's what the people want to see.
Well,
it's supply and demand, you know. But you becoming a big factor in the scene, that's what it needs. It needs people like you. It needs people that will go tell people.
I'm appreciated.
No, it's honestly, it's true. The most important people in this scene are the people like you. It's not people like us.
The way I got that bug was that first night in Paramount, to get back to that, is because it was, I remember I saw you setting up with this fucking long hair here and fucking fingerless gloves and all, like, rock star situation. And as soon as I think you opened with Awaken Alone, and I'm like, and I'm looking at them like, all right, I'm done, I'm hooked, I'm done. This is all I need in life. And I remember.
I told her too.
Yeah, and I still have the ticket. I told
her, I was like, you come to one show and you're gonna be at every goddamn show.
Which I didn't believe you at all. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Come to find the next week I went to Cage's and I'm like, fuck you, when's the next show? And it's 5 years later, and I've sprouted out because I love music and I don't want to be segmented into one place.
And you shouldn't.
No.
And that's fans. Share your fans. The best thing that your fans can do for you is to start liking other bands.
Oh yeah.
Then you can play together, and more people come to the shows, and then more fun for people.
Yeah.
This is coming from
the
guy
Jimmy G
in one of the bands that, for some reason, happens to draw people, and it honestly,
I think you draw.
We draw people, but one of the reasons that we draw people well is because we champion the rest of the scene. And we get our people to listen to other people in the scene so that we can put a show together.
You always recommend other bands too.
But it's like, if it's just a Craving Strange show, yeah, it's going to be a great show. It's going to be. I'll be talking about it. It's a great show. It will. It'll be fun. You'll have a great time. But if it's
Shake your ass a little bit.
but if it's a Craving Strange show with Revel 9 on it, it's gonna be an even better show because.
Hold on, DJ. Panama. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Because, it's just gonna the energy is gonna be up high.
Yeah.
And fans of Rebel 9 who like us will come.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if they weren't gonna be able to come to see just Rebel 9 because they'll go, oh shit, both bands, I gotta go now.
Exactly.
And fans of ours will go, oh shit, both bands, I gotta go now.
That's how I felt for Danny's birthday, because Danny's birthday is March 5th, and I knew John said we're playing March 5th. I'm like, I'm fucking down. And then I was talking to Danny about a couple of days ago. I asked him, you going to March 5th? Because I'm going to go see Sweet Tooth Philly. He goes, we're on that show, Jay. I went, really? Okay, fucking down. That's it. I'm going.
Right? And that makes it a thing. You add Last Turn on Broadway to that show. You add Pedestrian Knockdown to that show.
If they ever play.
Well, when they play, you go see them because they're fantastic.
They're so good. Eric's amazing.
Eric's one of the best singers I know. I look up to that guy.
He makes me inferior. He makes me feel so inferior with that voice.
It's because we're all inferior to that voice.
Right?
We are.
Oh my god.
Him and Blackie too.
Oh jeez, Midnight Mob. Oh, they have a new video coming out soon for Swing On, I think.
Yeah.
So, and I saw a little bit of the excerpt. Oh my god, I will link you guys in the description below, or I will tweet it out, or I will put it on Facebook.
Yes, so find Midnight Mob. They're amazing.
Blackie's an amazing singer. The girl is soulful F, and you should really check that out.
And the band's
amazing. Mickey and who's the blonde girl? I forgot her name. No, Mickey.
Harley Quinn.
Thank you, Carlin. She's so good though. I mean, the entire band. Jay and the Nines are really great too. I saw them in Connecticut with you.
Excellent.
Which was like, I remember that Connecticut show. This is my first out of state Strange show, so I was really excited, like the dork I am. And I'm in the car with Stacy, we're jamming out to Life Exceptional and B-sides and everything. And we get there, and I remember I was setting up merchandise. You came up to me and were like, "You're gonna love Jay and the Nines." I went, "Why?" I'm like, "No, believe me, they're right up your fucking alley." So you guys opened, and then Jay and the Nines were after you, and I'm like, I tapped you on the shoulder. I'm like, all right, you're right, I love them.
Mm-hmm. They're awesome. We met them and saw them actually in Austin. We played a show with them at South by Southwest. It took going to Austin for South by Southwest for us to meet a band from New York.
That's the funniest thing.
But I love them. I love it, and I love Jenny. She's the coolest.
She's so nice. Girl. It's just like I said, the scene is so.
She texted me when she heard about Matt and Mike.
Oh really?
Very sweet.
Oh, she's so nice.
So, I'm supposed to hang out. We gotta pick a time. I'm sorry, Janine. I promise we will pick time to hang out.
I'll remind him.
I won't bring her.
Yeah, that's a smart idea. That's a smart idea. So of course you don't have anything. You don't have any new shows at the moment. But where can people?
We have a couple.
Really?
Shows coming up. Yeah. Let me look at my calendar.
I asked because I promote all the time, and I always ask if there's new shows, and I assumed there wasn't going to be anything.
It's going to be in a little while. I am playing March 12th. I'm playing a solo acoustic show at Triple
Down.
The band will be doing. Frank, our guitar player, is on tour right now.
With Dead Superstar. If the bus is working.
I just got a text from him. The bus is working. Okay. They're on the road.
Because he came last night to
I'm also doing a solo acoustic songwriter night Monday, April 4th at Big Daddy's.
Where's that?
I don't know. I have to find out. And
I think it's a place in Mexico. I think it's a New Orleans restaurant, I think.
If it's that place?
Yes.
I love that place. I didn't know that they had shows there, but their food is amazing. May 7th, we will be at the Spot in Bethel, Connecticut.
So I'm making a trip to Connecticut? No, I'm just telling you, I'm making a trip to Connecticut. And just to let you know,
well, you phrased that like a question, so.
Well, and of course because
your voice went up at the end, which suggests
inflection,
which suggests question.
I'm
going to Connecticut. That's right.
I know it's only 6 months away, but I don't care, and I'm excited because my birthday's in August, and I'm going to promote this now, and that I
hope everybody can still play it in August. So you just chill out on the promoting.
I'm so happy. I can't. I've gotten yes, as I was supposed to remind everybody, regardless, because it is 6 months away.
I hope I have a band by then.
If you don't, I'll be happy with an acoustic set. I'm alright with it.
We'll have a band.
He said yes! And like, we were at the rail, and I was discussing it with Lisa, like, I was in my I was so drunk that night, but regardless of that, I went to Lisa, I'm like, I really want to do, like, something different. I would love to do a birthday thing here, and she's like, well, why don't you put a show together? I went, alright. And then you walked in and said, we'll do anything. We'll do it for you. No problem. I'm like, hugged him ridiculously, so Strange said yes, and I got Tallest Trees on the bill, which I'm so excited for.
Awesome.
Blank Stare is a great song. Tallest Trees, Last Turn Off Broadway, and Sweet Tooth. So,
killer show.
I can't fucking wait. But the thing of it is, I thought about maybe adding DJ and the guys, but I've seen them so many times, I've only seen Tallest Tweez?
Tallest Tweez?
Oh my god, yeah. I've only seen Tallest Trees maybe twice.
Okay.
And I know the entire catalog for Rebel 9 and you guys. It's just,
So the next 6 months you won't have any other opportunities to see Tallest Trees?
I don't know. I'm still waiting on a vehicle. I'm still a pedestrian at the moment. Not close.
I'm waiting on a vehicle.
That's for other conversations. Anyway.
White girl problems.
Yeah. Unfortunately so.
Someone's gotta buy me a vehicle.
Is there something I can help you with?
Probably not. You don't have a car.
I walked directly into that too. In any event, we've been talking a while.
We have.
I should shut the fuck up.
I have made this interview super entertaining.
Yes, you did. And honestly, it's probably the best.
Thank you for being my Ed McMahon.
You're welcome, Carson. But I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me, and I've been wanting to do this interview for so long, and I hope
Did we cover everything? Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. Although, I do want to make one last request that I was on Annie's show, and Annie had to pick me up, and I know you had met with her prior on another day or anything, and you came up with I've been wanting to do a podcast, and you've been knowing this for a couple of months, and then he came up with the name. It annoys me.
It comes up with itself. I mean, let's be honest here. If G has a show that you need to listen to or see, how do you not call it the G Spot?
Tell me the marketing tagline for a t-shirt.
How do you not call it the G Spot?
Oh my god, it's been my nickname forever. But tell them the marketing name for a t-shirt.
Mornings in the G Spot. Woke up in the G Spot. Free orgasms. Free orgasms at the G Spot. It's gold. Solid gold.
If I choose it, because it will be coming, hopefully, I'm trying to get another mic and all that, and so hopefully, if that does happen, if I take that name, you will be the first guest on the show.
I'm everybody's first guest on their show. Have you noticed that?
No!
I was DJ's first guest. I was Last Turn Off Broadway's first guest. No. I was Annie's first guest.
Oh, wow.
I'm everybody's first guest.
That's because you're so entertaining.
No, it's because I'm around. It's because I'm around and I'll go somewhere if they have liquor.
I'll supply the jam.
Right? I got banned from Last Turn Off Broadway's show
twice
after being on the show for the first time because I had to do it on the phone. I had to do a phone in.
Oh, really?
And I did their show driving between job 1 and job 2.
Oh.
I went on their show and they banned me for that.
Oh my god.
So they couldn't come in. Then I came in the second time. And we recorded at least 2 shows, but one will never air.
I've heard that. What? Why will it never air?
Because we all got hammered, and we were just talking shit. It'll never air.
It's called the happy hour for a reason.
No, but we were dicks.
You're dicks in general.
But like...
Oh, that bad?
Yeah, I mean, people would be offended.
You know how many people are offended by the shit you say? And you laugh at them for being offended?
Nobody's offended by the shit I say. People say with a smile.
Well, regardless of whether I believe that's true or not.
Can't say that in his face.
I've tried. I'm not gonna lie, I have tried.
I know.
But that's...
And you failed!
I did. Horrendously.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people how they can get in touch with you and the band or follow them or whatever they have you.
Well, you can call me. My number... No, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
You can go to cravingstrange.net. You can find me on Facebook, Jimmy G. Craving Strange on Facebook. I'm attached to that, so anything that you write them, I will answer.
You have Twitter or no?
Yeah. We have the band's Twitter, Craving Strange. I have my own, Jimmy G Shoes.
Which is the best thing you've ever come up with. Don't forget Instagram.
It's a good one. My Instagram is also Jimmy G Shoes. It's just pictures of shoes.
And then it went from pictures of your face, which I'm kind of proud of you for doing.
Well, I try not to do too many selfies because I think, like, unless it's fun.
That's true. The Huntington Film, the Huntington Festival, the summer festival that you did,
Right.
the hat with the guy with. Oh man, I will include that picture in here and you'll see it.
Oh my.
No, your Woody the snake in my
Woody,
boot.
yeah.
And I won that hat. It's a sparkly thing.
I make a terrible Woody from Toy Story. Terrible or great?
You would be the best.
Terrible or great?
You would be the best. And don't forget to follow the Strangerhood Street Team, which is at Strangerhood _ST on Twitter and Facebook, the Strangerhood Street Team, because we follow these people.
And go to our website, cravingstrange.net, and you can sign up to be on our VIP list, where we will send you some free songs.
Yeah, that's the best part of the whole thing.
And let you know when we're playing in your area.
Well, thank you so much.
And write me. Let me know where you are if you want us to come play in your area.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me a couple clubs to play, and I'll book it, and I will come there. If I come acoustically, I might need a Florida Street Band.
I wish you wasn't lying, but it's true.
That's the best way to get around the country.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Of course I've done that.
Oh, that's what I'm talking to.
Of course I've done that. You go, you play a show, you meet a bunch of great people.
You know,
you go back, you end up playing another show at their house. It's just like a house party.
Living room tour.
And you sleep on a couch. I do living room tours.
You've done that?
I would do that. I've done little bits here and there, but there are like I could do a whole summer doing that. I would love to do it.
You should, because I think it'd be
I would love to. That would be amazing.
Living room tours would be like it's a big thing right now.
Yeah, I would just do it myself. I'd just get a guitar.
Oh yeah. Be like a nomad. Going to the desert on first again. That's part of the song works, man.
I don't name my houses either.
In any event, thank you so much for taking the time out to do this with me. I've annoyed you for so long now, and I need to get out of your hair.
Only about an hour.
Yeah, that's a bit too long for you to deal with me. You deal with me almost three times a week. It's a lot, and not to, if you have a show, that'd be 4 times a week. And I'm a lot to take. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and rate and like and all that stuff. And my promotional situation.
Do it.
And
roll it.
Like I said, follow him and the boys. And
Yeah.
In the only good ear I
Yeah.
And
Remote.
Jesus Christ.
No.
And
Jimmy G. Thanks for being in the G spot.
No, we're not.
That's how you cut. That's
No.
how you end. Edit from there.
This has been chatting with.
That's the great end.
No. It's chatting with the.
Chat with a deaf chick in the G spot. Bam.